Hello, Enabling Learning Shifts group. This is Rony Assali. I could not be here on the last day, so I was asked to make a screencast explaining my ePortfolio. So here's the main page of the ePortfolio, talking about these 6 C's and how important they are to making sure that we apply them when using technology as a tool for students. And the first page is Create, and under the Create page, there's a few things that I use. One was Picasa Web. These are just pictures of my trip to China. But students, for example, in geometry are able to take pictures of how geometry is used in the real world and either create a slideshow or a collage at the end of the unit to kind of have a summary of all the concepts. Another idea is using GarageBand. I use GarageBand, Audacity, and iMovie, where they're able to create movies. And this is actually pretty neat because they're able to get some hands-on experience of the technical work involved in creating movies and audio. At the same time, they're also able to shoot movies of them doing work and explaining their work. So when we think of geometry, for example, they're able to construct logical proofs and explain how they were able to go from step to step using a diagram and their voice. I've uploaded the critique video that we made as a group the first day, and there's also the quadratic formula for Blabberize. It's a song. It's a mnemonic device used to remember what the quadratic formula is, so students are able to reference to it. Or a project could be where they have to create their own Blabberize using their own mnemonic device, and we can have a warehouse of these kinds of mnemonic devices where students can reference to remember the formulas. The Connect and Communicate page. For that one, I just have Skype there. So Skype is pretty powerful, and it can be used in a lot of content areas. In math, one example I was thinking is whatever unit I'm about to go into, I could reach out to a professional or an expert who applies that kind of math in their job, who can Skype in ahead of time and talk to students about how this kind of math is relevant for these specific careers. And I think by doing that, students will get a better sense of how this math can be used in real life and be more interested and pay more attention. And even at the end of the unit, maybe we're able to Skype with that same exact person if students have any deeper questions now that they understand the concept. For Collaborate, there's obviously a few tools involved. All right. Sorry about that. So Google Forms is something that we use an awful lot. And a good example in math is when we go over statistics, rather than students getting data from a book that isn't relevant, they're able to make up their own surveys, give it to their own peers, and gather the data and make statistical analysis of what that data means and represents. For contextualizing, pretty similar to what a lot of people probably have, is a Google track where it's a real-world application of math. The one that I made here specifically is about the history of math, so where it started, where it was first found, and how it progressed along the way. And then for the critique, a reference back to Google Docs. So Google Form is a kind of document, but essentially it's a very dynamic document where a student can post something there and all other students are able to access it, insert comments, insert feedback, even teacher to teacher. We're able, for example, at our school, when we pilot something, Google Doc is created where teachers can put their thoughts and ideas and their input regarding whatever it is that we're piloting. So what works, what didn't work, that way we can better prepare for the future. That is my site. Thank you very much. Have a great day.